श्री सौगत राय जी।
Namaskar, madam. Thank you for letting me speak on this bill, which is the. हाँ क्या करें, अनएम्प्लॉयड बन गया,
हो गया
इधर उधर घूमता भटकता रहता।
बराबर।
हाँ, हम तो चाहते हैं कि ऑपोजिशन यूनिटी बने, जो फैसिस्ट और कम्युनल फोर्सेस के खिलाफ यूनिटी बनना चाहिए, लेकिन कोई प्रतिबंध बनता है उसको हमें अतिक्रम करना है, और इसलिए ही हम इसमें चर्चा शुरू किया। धन्यवाद मैडम।
ठीक।
मैडम, मैं नेशनल एंटी डोपिंग बिल 2021 पर बोल रहा हूँ। दिस बिल वॉज अर्लियर ब्रॉट टू पार्लियामेंट एंड सेंट टू द स्टैंडिंग कमिटी in November 2021, and then the standing committee gave its report in February 2022. It is on the basis of the standing committee report that the bill has been finalized. Now the important question is, how serious is the problem of doping in India? Madam, you know that mainly doping is done through use of the anabolic steroid 19-norandrosterone. This is a performance enhancing drug used specifically for the purpose of enhancing performance in sports. Now, there have been people in India who have been accused of using this drug. First example was that of Ansula Rao of Madhya Pradesh. She was a woman cricketer. And then Ansula is not the only one. Earlier, National Anti-Doping Agency had let off Sriti Mandhana, Deepti Sharma, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ravindra Jadeja and KL Rahul with a warning for not adhering to the whereabouts clause for the National Agency to conduct surprise tests if it wants to. Now, doping is evil because it distorts the performance of an athlete. It enhances his or her capability at the cost of other people, and in the long term it causes immense harm to the health of the athlete concerned. तो ये बंद होना चाहिए, और बंद होने के लिए अनुराग सिंह ठाकुर जी कुछ कदम उठाए. Now, Anurag Singh Thakur is a lucky man because earlier India's sports performance was good. Under Kiran Rijiju, we did a lot of work. But unfortunately, just before the Olympics, the portfolio was changed and Anurag Singh Thakur became the sports minister. So instead of Rijiju getting the full credit, Anurag basked in the glory of India's performance of winning 7 medals in the Olympics. But what is to be worried about is that there is a slide. I was closely watching the performance of Indian athletes at the World Athletic Championship. Neeraj Chopra, as usual, did well, but he got only a silver medal, not a gold as he got in Olympics. And after that, he has retired. He will not join us for the Commonwealth Games. He was our sure shot medal winner, but he will not join the Olympics. Now, नहीं करेंगे, ये दुख के बात है कि he was a sure shot winner. Now because of injury he can't perform. So Commonwealth means 1 medal less. तो गुड लक जो चल रहा था अभी थोड़ा बैड लक आ गया, यही मैं बोल रहा था.
अभी तो उसने सिल्वर जीता 2 दिन पर.
हाँ, सिल्वर जीत के रिटायर कर दिया. बोला रिटायर नहीं, वो हट गया. ये सब समझिए. अच्छा, तो मैडम इसको कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. अच्छा, ये भी हमारा हिंदुस्तान का उतना अच्छा नाम नहीं है. वी हैव नेशनल डोप टेस्टिंग लेबोरेटरी. आप जानते हैं यूरिन इज टेस्टेड मेनली फॉर दिस परफॉर्मेंस enhancing drugs. Our dope testing laboratory was suspended by the World Anti-Doping Agency for not doing its job well. So, beach mein all the samples from India had to be sent abroad, which is a matter of shame for us. Anurag ji has got back the sanction approval from the World Anti-Doping Agency, because doping is a world problem and 191 countries of the world are signatories to this anti-doping convention. And this doping is controlled by the United Nations Economic, Cultural and Scientific Organization, UNESCO. So we have to get their approval. Now what Anurag ji is doing with this bill, following the recommendations of the Standing Committee suggested no changes in the bill. They made a few suggestions which are good enough. Now the main thing is that it gives a statutory power to National Anti-Doping Agency. And it also sets up a National Anti-Doping Board. Now what the minister has to take great care, this means few people will get good jobs, cushy jobs. The Director General would be of the rank of a secretary or something. Director General for the National Anti-Doping Board. There is already a National Anti-Doping Agency. Now this board will be set up under a Director General. And I think it's a sort of top-heavy structure that they are building. Just listen to this, madam, that now there will be a disciplinary committee. Now, disciplinary committee will have how many members?
हो गया
हो गया तो बस अब क्या,
तो बोलिए ना।
बहुत ज़्यादा मेंबर है डिसिप्लिनरी कमेटी में। आप भी तो नहीं चाहेंगे कि कुछ लोग आके कमेटी में बैठ के पैसा ले जाए। इतना बड़ा बड़ा कमेटी बनाने का क्या जरूरत है? मेन थिंग इज दैट दिस जॉब हैज टू बी डन बाय द फेडरेशंस, and our federations have been lax. They have been complaining about doping by our rowers, rowing people. Now the sports minister must have a meeting with these federations to warn them that the government would not allow any sort of doping, because for the purpose of glory they may give some banned drug and it will be bad name to the whole of the country. We wish the sports minister well in his efforts to remove doping. ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि ड्रग लेके अच्छा मेडल मिल जाएगा, फिर बाद में निकलेगा कि ड्रग लिया था, बदनाम हो जाएगा। हम ये बदनाम बस्ती से हमें बाहर रहना चाहिए। मैं ये समझता हूँ कि आप भी पूरा इसको समर्थन देंगे। With that I support the bill. I have given a few amendments which I'll put later, but otherwise, in principle, I support the bill.
श्री चंदेश्वर